Everyone keeps asking when Jamaica will recover, but maybe that's the wrong question. Maybe the real question is, can it ever go back at all? In this story, we'll uncover the aftermath of Hurricane Melissa, the most powerful storm in Jamaica's recorded history, and the race against time to bring the island back to life. Before we dive deeper, make sure to subscribe for more stories like this that reveal how nations rise from disaster. It was October 28, 2025, when Hurricane Melissa struck Jamaica's southwestern coast with an unrelenting fury. Winds exceeding 180 miles per hour tore through homes, shredded roofs, and flattened entire neighborhoods. Within hours, power grids failed, roads collapsed, and communication lines went silent. Jamaica was thrown into chaos, a total blackout of infrastructure, safety, and hope. For millions, it was a nightmare come alive. Prime Minister Andrew Holness declared the island a national disaster zone as floodwaters consumed entire communities. Helicopters hovered above submerged towns, while rescue teams battled wind and debris to reach survivors. But this wasn't just a natural disaster, it was an economic earthquake. Tourism, Jamaica's lifeblood, making up nearly 1/3 of its economy, was shattered. Resorts were destroyed, beaches eroded, and thousands of workers suddenly left jobless. For an island that depends so deeply on visitors, the impact was catastrophic. The first 10 days were pure survival. Rescue teams dug through rubble, searching for missing families. Food and clean water ran dangerously low. Hospitals, operating on backup generators, overflowed with the injured. Makeshift shelters sprang up in schools and churches, filled with those who had lost everything. As the death toll rose, so did a haunting question. How can a nation rebuild in just 90 days when it could barely survive the first 10? By the second week, signs of international support began to appear. Aid groups from across the world arrived with supplies, and neighboring countries sent medical and engineering teams. Yet even with global assistance, progress was painfully slow. Half the island remained without electricity. Communication was unreliable. Every single day without restoration meant more lives in danger and more economic strain. Then came the harsh economic reality. The tourism industry was paralyzed. With hotels in ruins and airports damaged, Jamaica's busiest season, the December holidays, was slipping away. Each day without tourists meant millions lost. Farmers, too, were devastated. Banana, sugarcane, and coffee crops, some of the nation's most vital exports, were wiped out. Fishing villages along the coast, lost boats, nets, and entire livelihoods overnight. Climate scientists quickly confirmed what many feared. Melissa wasn't an isolated event. It was a symptom of a larger, worsening crisis. Warmer ocean temperatures are supercharging storms, making hurricanes like Melissa 5 times more likely than they were just decades ago. Jamaica, like many island nations, finds itself paying the price for a climate crisis it didn't create. By day 30, the government unveiled what it called the 90-day recovery plan. The mission was clear: restore power, clear debris, reopen schools, and revive the tourism industry before the new year. But while these goals inspired hope, experts warned they might be unrealistic. The scale of the destruction was far too vast. As Jamaica rises from the wreckage, one truth remains unshakable. The island that emerges from this disaster will not be the same as before, and maybe that's exactly what it needs to be. If you believe in resilience, hope, and the power of rebuilding, make sure to subscribe for more real-world stories that matter.